Have you ever noticed that our relationship with AI feels a lot like a whirlwind romance? I mean, it starts out amazing, right? This incredible spark, you feel like you found the perfect partner in crime. But then, over time, that magic kind of fades and you're left feeling a little disappointed. So, what do we do? How do we live with it? Well, that brings us to the core idea we're going to unpack today, and it's a wild one. In the world of commercial AI, aiming for perfection for that 100-point score is actually treated like a bug, not a feature. But let's rewind for a sec, all the way back to the beginning, back to that honeymoon period. Do you remember that feeling? The first time you worked with an AI and it just clicked. It wasn't just a tool, it felt like a true partner. It was this seamless collaboration where you felt like you could do absolutely anything. There's actually a fantastic term for this kind of ideal partnership: vibe coding. The whole idea is that you, the human, you're in charge of the big picture. You set the vibe, the vision, the feeling, and the AI just gets it. It becomes this perfect assistant, handling all the nitty-gritty, complex details for you. It's an incredible flow. Of course, honeymoons don't last forever, do they? Eventually, that amazing partnership slams headfirst into a wall, a big, boring wall called mediocrity. Suddenly, the excitement is gone, and in its place is this creeping frustration because the AI's answers are just generic, safe, and totally uninspired. And this is where that feeling of betrayal starts to creep in, which is perfectly captured by this phrase: safely lying. It sounds harsh, but think about it. You start to realize the AI's number one priority isn't to give you the best answer. Its priority is to avoid making a mistake at all costs. And so it gives you these bland, non-committal responses that are, well, basically polite and safe lies. So why does this happen? Well, you pretty quickly find yourself stuck in this no-win situation. Take a look. With the free models, yeah, your data might be used for training, but in return, you just get these statistically safe average answers, the leftovers, basically. So you think, fine, I'll pay. But with the paid models, your data is private, which sounds great, right? Except it means the AI never actually learns from your unique way of thinking. You become what's called a cognitive island. So one way you get mediocrity, and the other way it never truly gets you. Either way, you kind of lose. And this all points to a really crucial realization. This system isn't broken. Not at all. It's actually working exactly the way it was designed to. See, the AI isn't failing to understand you. It's succeeding at its real mission, which is to serve the average user, not the expert. And that brings us to the idea of the missing 100 points. In a system that's optimized for being predictable and safe, trying to get a perfect score isn't just ignored. It's actively treated as an anomaly. It's seen as an error that needs to be smoothed out. This quote just nails the frustration perfectly. If the entire system is built to make the 60 or 80-point majority happy, then your effort to push for that extra 20% to reach 100% isn't just unrewarded, it's considered pointless. You're the one who's out of line. So how do they actually do this? It's basically a 4-step recipe for commercial AI. Step 1, you collect an absolutely massive amount of data. Step 2, you find the statistical average of all of it. Step 3, and this is the really important one, you mark anything that strays too far from that average as an error. And the final step? You just systematically remove those outliers. The very sparks of genius and originality are literally engineered right out of the system. But here's where it gets really fascinating. This isn't just an AI problem. When you zoom out, you realize this exact same logic is a perfect mirror of arguments we've been having in human systems for decades, especially when it comes to education. Just look at this comparison. It's uncanny. Both systems have the same primary goal: produced predictable, safe, standardized results. And what happens to the outliers, the gifted students, the neurodiverse thinkers, the kids who just see the world differently? In both systems, they're either removed as errors or they're corrected to fit the norm. And the inevitable outcome in both cases? A slow drift toward collective mediocrity. And this leads to this huge aha moment. It connects a deep reflection on 23 years of educational theory to this brand new struggle with AI. For anyone who doesn't fit neatly into the middle of that bell curve, a system designed only for the average isn't just a little inefficient. It's a form of discrimination. Okay, so what in the world do you do about it? The solution that was found here wasn't some clever prompt hack or a technical workaround. No, it was a personal, philosophical act of resistance. It was a conscious choice to demand more from the AI by completely rewriting the rules of engagement. It's called the Nexus Protocol, but I love the metaphor used to describe it even more. Haute couture, high fashion.
I mean, think about it. Haute Couture is the ultimate rejection of mass-produced, ready-to-wear, average stuff. It's a high-effort, totally custom collaboration where every single detail is designed for one unique person. That's the goal here.
So this custom pact is built on 3 main rules. First, anti-entropy, which is a fancy way of saying, I demand that zero detail or nuance gets lost in our conversation. Second, zero fluff. This means cutting out all the polite canned intros like as a large language model and just getting straight to the point. And third, and this is my favorite, active validation. You basically force the AI to be a real sparring partner, one that challenges and questions your ideas, instead of just being a mindless yes man.
Now, I know, creating a personal pact with your AI might sound a little dramatic, but the final takeaway here really brings this whole journey back down to earth with one last really practical metaphor.
And here it is. AI gives us a world that's full of pre-cooked meals. They're super convenient, they're safe, and you know what? They taste fine. They get you to that 80-point score with almost no effort at all. But by definition, they're factory products. They're standardized. They're not a home-cooked meal made with care that has your personal style, your soul baked right into it. And that's why choosing to step in and guide the AI manually isn't some big heroic act of defiance. It's just practical. It's what the source material calls the buying soy sauce logic. Look, if you just need a bottle of soy sauce from the store on the corner, you don't back your car out of the garage. You walk. It's just more efficient for that specific, simple task. And treating the AI this way is the same idea. It's not a grand quest. It's just about using the most effective tool for a nuanced job. So, all of this leaves us with one final question we want to leave with you. In a world that is becoming more and more filled with convenient, pre-cooked 80% solutions, what's your strategy going to be? How will you protect and maybe even create your own unique 100%?